fact, I'm actually more excited about the console in that way, simply because of the way I play, which is on both platforms. And I love what they're doing with the games everywhere and the play anywhere stuff that you get within the Xbox experience. So the PC console hybrid, being able to have my PC side, my Steam, and also get the Xbox console experience in one place has me excited. But that's what she's focusing on here. There is going to be the first party Xbox console that they do build. That's going to be the baseline, I believe, for the OEMs and where they build out their Xbox consoles. Of course, if we get those, based off of what we are hearing, we will be. And there will be Xbox consoles more powerful than the Xbox from Microsoft, less powerful, but that Microsoft Xbox is going to be the baseline on how they base all of that stuff off and where games are being optimized for. So I believe that's what she means when she does say that line there. She says, we will meet players where they are and build experiences that are instant and seamless and accessible. So if you ever were thinking they're going back on exclusivity, I don't believe that is the case. It does seem like they're still going to be putting games on PlayStation. They're putting games everywhere. And third, we are living through an unprecedented era of change. We will build for the future of play. As we think about the road ahead, it's not going to be me or any one person. We will be Team Xbox. We will not be the studios or the platform or marketing or operations. We will be Team Xbox, and we'll get through this together. So that is her initial statement to the team at Xbox. And they also mentioned here that we have an amazing lineup coming up, and we're going to have a great GDC, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm pretty excited as to what is going to come out from GDC, because I think they will be focusing on removing those barriers for developers and being able to create the game once and then launching on PC and on the console. And I think that will be super beneficial for developers. I think they will love that in reducing costs and time optimization, all of that. So that part's going to be pretty cool. But that's what is the future of Xbox. Nothing concrete. Everything basically sounds they're staying the course, bringing back a spotlight on the console, which they absolutely have lost over the last number of years. And as they're doing this transition to the ecosystem, there are a lot of console players out there that felt like second-class citizens simply because of some of the stuff that they weren't getting. PC Game Pass, having better games, getting the first party stuff day one, all of that, paying a cheaper price. That made the console players, I think, feel like they weren't the core players that Xbox was focusing on. And I fully believe that they need to focus on the console players as the core players. Put the games everywhere, for sure. Do that. I don't mind that at all. But make sure that the console and the players who play on console feel like they are getting the best possible experience that you can get, which is the main players that have had consoles from the beginning, from the OG Xbox to now. That is the fan base that has kept Xbox here, so they definitely need to focus on them. And I think they're going to start making more changes on that. One of the things Xbox has been criticized a lot for has been marketing. I've criticized them. Some of it is very weird. They seem to miss the boat on campaigns. Sometimes they don't talk about games, and you're wondering when this game is going to come out, and then it just drops. Like, I feel like they didn't even really market very much The Outer Worlds 2, all of this stuff. And it seems like Asha Sharma is moving to potentially make some big changes here on that front, as she's hiring some marketing hires. They say could signal a strategy shift towards lifecycle strategy, franchise focus, and more structured campaign execution. Specifically, there are two roles here that have been posted, and here are the roles themselves. So it's the publishing and lifecycle marketing leader, Xbox Game Studios, and the senior product marketing manager for Xbox first party games. They say while both sit within marketing, they serve different functions. The publishing and lifecycle marketing leader is responsible for developing and executing how Xbox communicates with fans across devices and ecosystems, which is massive. They need to. I mean, there's still people that I talk to today that don't know where you can access these games, what Game Pass provides, things like that. And I think that is a big thing they need to fix. Says that means looking for the entire journey from attracting new players to keeping existing ones engaged. And the description makes it clear that this is not just about launch campaigns. It focuses on lifecycle marketing, covering acquisition, retention, and ongoing engagement across devices. Then you have the senior product marketing manager role. More specific on this one, they say focus on leading go-to market efforts for a beloved RPG franchise. helping shape the next chapter of globally recognized series and connecting it with millions of players. You could think they're talking about Elder Scrolls here, Elder Scrolls 6, that is in development and will end up coming out. So maybe that person is focusing specifically on how they're going to make this one of the biggest video game launches of all times. We don't know exactly, but they are expanding out their marketing, which is something that I feel like a lot of people on the Xbox side have always thought they needed to do better with. And hopefully this is that strategy shift. One of the main things that she will implement is how to change the brand image for a lot of people out there, how to focus more on the console players, and then obviously the campaigns to get people believe that Xbox is the place that they do need to play, and then stay on the platform itself. So some interesting stuff here, starting to slowly see it trickle down. None of this stuff will take effect for a very long time. As I've mentioned multiple times, this year's locked in. Like, there's not going to be any big changes this year. It's the 25th anniversary. We're going to get a bunch of great games. We're going to get updates to the ecosystem. We're probably going to hear what is in store for us for the hardware themselves directly from Xbox, maybe an announcement of it. Maybe we'll see it. Like, you never know. It's going to be a very big year in that front. So all that is very exciting. One of the games that was rumored forever coming out here for PlayStation 5 was Starfield.